Case 1. Hypocrisy. Chapter A. Expecting perfection from others while you or someone close to you is doing questionable things. Please watch yourself and your friends closely. Because you love them, it doesn't mean they are above others you don't care about. This is the trap that almost everyone falls into. Know that self-awareness is the first defense against hypocrisy. If you approve of wrong behavior against others because it isn't your tribe, start with yourself first. Are you treating somebody poorly because you don't like them? Why? Begin to question yourself and your surroundings. Please question your judgments before judging others. Chapter B. Before you start to give advice, check whether you have adapted that advice for yourself. Stop proposing your opinion if you haven't lived by it. It may feel awesome to be the person with all the answers, but let's be clear. People who give advice without self-reflection often use it as a manipulation tactic to shape the person closest to them toward their expectations, rather than offering real, honest, and detached guidance. Don't say, "I would do it this way." If you learn to give advice, remember it has nothing to do with you. Are you able to see your friend, partner, or other loved one as their own person, with their own needs and desires? Can you truly give good advice, even if it doesn't align with your own desires to control that person's decisions, perhaps to keep them close or codependent on you? Learn to give good advice to yourself first and reflect on your own selfishness in relationships and communications before advising others. Chapter C. The silent treatment. Silent treatment that is used as a weapon damages both the giver and the receiver. It is not a path to resolution. It erodes trust, intimacy, and the possibility of real dialogue. To withhold can mean that you want to control the outcomes. It creates distance and mutes honest exchange, making resolution harder than before. Please use self-reflection before silence. Pause and ask yourself, what is my motive? Is it to resolve or to exert control? If anger or insecurity drives the silence, name the feeling and address it openly. Own the emotion before it owns you. 1. Don't cling to people merely to control them while you're jealous of their strengths. 2. Confidence in others' strengths frees you from control. Prolonged silence dulls closeness, undermines trust, and increases distance. It fuels a cycle of miscommunication and resentment, preventing authentic connection. Last thought. Silence, for a short period of time, can also be a path for better understanding, but only if it's used for self-reflection and is clearly communicated to the other party, rather than using it for hurting and controlling someone. Chapter D. Envy and fake friendships. Envy can appear especially when you feel not good enough. This is the moment when you should stop and reflect. Ask yourself, why do I have to feel this way? What does it try to show me? Detach from the situation and reflect. Write down things that you could do for yourself to feel good and enough within yourself. Work hard to accept and love yourself, no matter what others have. Be grateful for who you are and what you have. Here comes what happens when you don't stop to reflect. Many people don't realize the endless need for gossip and talking about others, but it's a really bad coping mechanism to make you feel better, inferior, but in reality, it's proof that you are already lower than your target. There is nothing honorable about gossip, and we know it. Additionally, Gossip may appear to justify envy or fortify superficial ties, but it diminishes real closeness. It's an illusion of false bonding and belonging. But why would people surround themselves with people who fuel their ego rather than their soul? Because people mostly seek safety rather than growth or the truth. I would suggest starting with an honest inventory of your relationships and noting down the positive traits that others bring into your life. Let's call it the friends list exercise. List your friends and note their positive traits. Use this as a mirror to recognize envy in relational patterns and to distinguish genuine admiration from comparison-driven resentment. If you realize you dislike someone close to you or treat them badly because they possess good traits that you don't have, please remove yourself from them because they deserve better and you know it. This is not a "but I care for them." No, love is clear and it does not include envy or jealousy. Competitive behavior in your private, social, or working life is not only a big red flag that is asking to be healed, but could also be a sign, after you have healed, that you are at the wrong place with the wrong people. Take as much time as possible to think about everything. Chapter E. Easy to believe in gossip and lies. Remember, gossip will always test your true character. It's easy to believe in gossip and lies, in general, the negative things, but questioning the truth when someone speaks well about somebody. Seek truth over rumor. Does it make you happy to hear gossip? Then you should question your character. You should know that happiness from gossip signals a need for inner work. Reflect on what it gives you exactly. When you notice the high, start by replacing the source of that high. What else could you do that gives you a good feeling? Replace unhealthy habits one by one with healthy sources of happiness. Learn to say no when someone says, "Do you know what I have heard?" Advice: replace the quick fix with lasting joy. Tell them you want to talk about good things in your life or your projects. Let others do what they do without needing to know. Remember, gossip is not a bonding tool. Advice: build connections on positive curiosity. Also start to practice feeling happy for people when you hear good things about them. Don't question it, simply be happy for others. Remind yourself that there is enough for everybody. Say that to yourself every day. You should know that generosity of spirit multiplies your own peace. Case D. Reopen karma loops and participate in karmic cycles. For example, when someone hurt you and returns apologetic via text, you don't need to accept anything, but don't continue the cycle by hurting them back purposely. Because this is how you energetically enhance new loops of pain in your and their lives. This happens through accepting energetically that inflicting new pain is the solution. Be mindful and strive to break cycles of retaliation by choosing clarity, calmer responses, compassion, and constructive boundaries over reactivity. Case E. We have to accept that people in this world support evil and punish the good. Observing a world where many align with destructive influences. I have seen dozens of people who prefer to stay with those who influence them negatively instead of changing and opening their minds to align with people who inspire them or challenge them to be better. And I don't mean to do better in a vague sense, but to become a better person. Be more honest, be clearer about what you want, stop using people and get your fears and triggers in check. Courage to change. It takes real nerve to rise from current situations or lifestyles. Too often, people cling to familiarity and the whispers that it's okay to stay the same, to never change. This familiarity is often surrounded by the illusion of false encouragement. I call it the poisonous phrases and their power over our lives. Some phrases are more than words, they are in fact energetic bindings. The following is a collection of European phrases that basically applaud you for your stagnation. Germany, bleib so wie du bist, stay exactly as you are. France, rest come to a, stay as you are. Italy, rimani come sei, remain as you are. Spain, quédate como eres, stay as you are.
Ask yourself, why would anyone want you to stay as you are? If someone really likes you, they'd say, I like you. If they think you're smart, they'd say, you are smart. When people use that phrase, ask them to specify the exact traits they mean and listen closely. Often, they'll name traits that serve them or keep you close. Our phrases reveal culture. Words become habits, almost like spells. The invitation: examine what you allow into your reality and change it if you can. Final thought: choose your words, choose your path. Your truth should empower you, not bind you. What phrases in your life feel like a binding? Reflect on your sayings, mantras, and voices in your head. Are they positive or encouraging? Or are they like, this is how we've always done it, or how we always have thought? How would replacing them with empowering statements shift your choices? Remember, you are the boss of your mind. You can command your thoughts to change. I have explained the topic of controlling your own mind and thought patterns in the video of the ether.